Okay. Turns out I ramble a lot. This is like my third take and I just started rambling and I'm trying to not make this video 4 hours long. So guys, welcome to my first video of 2026. Hopefully, not hopefully actually, one of many videos of 2026. One of 52 to be exact. So I'm setting out to do 52 videos for the year of 2026. I'm also doing this challenge / life pivot with my buddy Grayson right here. So we're here to discuss our plan for the new year. 52 videos coming your way.
You're confident, bro. I feel like
delusionally optimistic. So in that clip you just saw, we met up for a beer and we were discussing that we want to film a video once a week for the whole year of 2026. Grace and I have done a lot of stuff in the past. We did a 50-day challenge video where we filmed a vlog for 50 days straight, super fun. And now this time around we're doing it more long-term to create more of a lifestyle with it. So we're gonna do one video a week for the whole year of 2026. So that is what I'm setting out to do. So what the video is gonna look like, not exactly sure yet, to be completely honest. There'll probably be a lot of talking like this. This video is primarily gonna be me talking because I'm explaining a lot of stuff. The other videos will probably be raw documentary, I guess vlog style, where I'll just bring you throughout my week on the things that I'm doing. Part of this series for me personally is I want to document my year. So I have a list of goals that I want to set out to do, and I'm going to bring you guys along to do those videos, and more importantly, I'm doing it for myself to look back at one day and see the progress that I've made and reflect over the year. And for my future kids, they can come and see where their dad was starting from and where he ended at for the year, and all that stuff, all the good stuff, all the bad stuff. I'm gonna share probably more than less of it with you guys. And so every week I'm thinking of doing a weekly check-in video where we'll go over the week, things I did, things I didn't do, good, the bad, kind of accountability video. To, I guess, bring you guys up to speed. My past 2 years have flown by, so we'll call this maybe like the introduction or recap part of the video. My last 2 years have completely flown by. So in the last 2.5 years, you could call it, I got married, had a honeymoon baby, started a business, and then last month I just shut down that business and we started a clothing brand and got into web design and went on trips, had some really high highs, had some pretty low lows, and here we are going to 2026. So I'll briefly jump into the last 2 years and give some like key highlights or like some key points, I guess. We got married, that was amazing, awesome. Have a honeymoon baby, also awesome. We have a little boy, his name's Reader, my best friend, and I love that dude so much. That was in 2023, in September we got married. And then I jumped into doing junk removal. I opened up a business, went all in on that. And for the first year, it was going pretty good. But by the end of the year, like this time last year, I was looking at the finances and realizing like we're not actually making any money. We're moving a lot of money through the accounts, but the way the business is set up or was set up, I was not making very much money and not an amount that we could live off of. So that's one note, I guess. Second note is while we were doing that junk removal business, which was called Western Junk Removal, we ended up starting a clothing brand called Project Western because we had a bunch of clients start asking us for the hats and the shirts that we were wearing, like our junk removal stuff. They'd ask, can I buy that? We got a lot of compliments on the hats. So then we started making shirts and hats and all that kind of stuff. I'll show you the shirts. So this is like a shirt, we got the truck, the Western, keeping Grit alive, super cool, super fun. And that actually started doing really good in 2024. And then again, this time last year, we ran into a little bit of a bottleneck because Canada and the US started having a tariff war and our shirts got super expensive and it didn't make sense to push through that because we were new and we didn't have a lot of capital, and we also, the junk removal business couldn't support that either, so it had to be its own kind of entity. So both of those businesses were kind of like not sinking ships, but the junk removal business kind of felt like a sinking ship. The clothing brand just needed to be paused. Around this time last year, my wife discovered this couple who does web design and branding, and their names are Becca and Willow, and they have this amazing course. I highly recommend it if you're into doing like design or creative type work. And we bought their courses and we started doubling down on the website stuff. And I started realizing I really like this, and this is something I could see fitting the lifestyle that Jordan and I want to live, which is I can be at home lots, work remotely, I can move my workable hours around the day. Like if I want to go out for lunch with my family, I can do that, or go to the playground, and then I can work when the kids are in bed. Or junk removal, you're pretty clocked in like the whole day. So anyways, all these things kind of started aligning, and the writing kind of felt like it was on the wall for me personally. I've like, I don't want to do junk removal. This branding and website thing is really sick, and I feel like it comes really naturally to me. And then the t-shirt thing was on pause. So this time last year we decided, okay, let's pivot. Let's slowly start shutting down junk removal, and then we'll start learning this website stuff. We'll start building up slowly so that right now we could then pivot. So going to 2026, that is our goal. I'm gonna rewind a little bit there. So one other key note is that we have a second baby coming now. So we found out we were pregnant like the end of summer, which is super fun. So we have baby number 2 on the way now. That just kind of sealed the deal for me, where like all summer again, I was working like 14 hours some days. And I know lots of guys are like, oh, it's good to work long hours. And yeah, I get the whole like manly thing of blue collar stuff and working long hours, but honestly, there's nothing cool about missing hanging out with your kids. And for me personally, I was like, I would rather be at home with my soft hands, making content and doing web design and seeing my kids way more. So that's what I'm doing. I can go into all those other things a lot more in detail. If anyone has questions about that, just drop a comment and I will happily answer those questions. Please do that so that I have content that I can talk about for future videos. So going into, we'll say now the my goal setting for this year. Some of these goals I'll update in a bit because Jordan and I are going to go for a weekend retreat and plan out a lot more stuff, more in detail. But currently she's super sick and we haven't had a chance to do that. But I know for myself, and the rough goals for this is that I'm going to do 1 video a week, which is this video you're watching right now. This is video number 1. And then we have goal number 2, which is to transfer into web design full-time and be fully remote and working from home. Goal 3, I want to enter into a dirt bike race. Yeah, some sort of like enduro style race. So that's on my bucket list to do this year. And then another personal goal for myself is that I'm going to take my health and fitness a lot more serious. So I want to work out every day. I want to take Saturdays off as my rest day. I also keep the Sabbath, so I'll be keeping it pretty low key on Saturdays most days. And I've been really good in the past with my fitness in particular. Like I'm not overweight, but I'm also not as fit as I want to be, and I'm not eating as good as I want to be. I'm not drinking enough water, all these little things. And I'll do good for about a month, maybe 2 months at most, and then I really drop off. And then I don't do anything for 4 months, so I'm constantly just kind of like almost there, but not quite. So this year's the year that I'm just committing to working out every day for 30 minutes, at least that. So that is essentially my rough draft of goals that I'm going to do. Yeah, I don't know really what else to do with this video other than say thank you for watching. If you made it this far, like, comment, subscribe. Be sure to get on my case if I start slacking in any of these things. I'm going to do my best not to, but it's pretty hard because life can be challenging, especially when you're a dad and you got things going on, you're trying to build a business. So this is kind of just an introduction video, I guess, as to what I'm setting out to do. Not every video is going to be this long, or I'm not going to talk like this in each video either. I'm going to do hopefully a lot of different things. We'll do camping videos, dirt bike videos, truck videos, web design stuff, all those different things. But anyways, we'll wrap up with this. Thank you guys for watching, and can't wait to see where we are at in 52 weeks. Ciao.